we have 3 scenarios in our teaching learning process, or different teachers teaching in different way. So sir is going to read one scenario 1. We have 3 scenarios. Read the scenario 1. Please note the points. ఈయన ఇప్పుడు సినారియో 1 టీచర్ అనుకుందాం, లేకపోతే ఇంకెవరినైనా అనుకుందాం. ఈయన సినారియో 1 అవుతుండు, ఈయన ఎలాంటి టీచరో తెలుసుకుందాం. సార్ నోట్ ద పాయింట్ సార్. ఐ విల్ ఆస్క్ ఆఫ్టర్ his completion of reading.
A teacher entered the classroom.
Teacher entered the class. Okay. 1 point. And greeted the student. Second point.
Before starting the lesson, he or she casually interacted with them. In a friendly conversation, the teacher gradually transitioned into the lesson, guiding the students to recall the story by asking questions like, who was the hardest fellow? What was he? What did he love to do? Who was his friend? Who was his friend? Where did they go? What did they find there? Children eagerly shared their thoughts, some in English and some in their mother. Children eagerly shares their thoughts, some in English and some in their mother tongue. As they responded, he or she megaphone and wrote their response on the blackboard, reading them symbolically while moving he or she hands under each response.
Okay, thank you sir. Have you understood? This is scenario 1. Okay sir. And then he asked some questions. This is also there. Who do you see in the picture? He asked some questions. This is Bodhraj lesson and 4th catapult and Bodhraj lesson. While teaching that lesson, next after introducing that lesson, second day he went, then he recalled, he entered, he greeted, he asked some related questions. Okay sir. ఇంకేం చేసిండు ఆ టీచర్ మళ్ళా?
The teacher accepted all the responses.
Teacher asked some questions and he accepted. He asked questions and he accepted all the responses and he wrote on the blackboard.
And wrote the keywords and expressions
on the blackboard.
Each student constructed the discourse with the help of keywords. Later, he and she divided them into groups.
He divided into groups
to share their ideas with each other in the group. The teacher facilitated the struggle groups. Then one of the group presented their versions. The teacher gave them feedback. Then he or she presented
his or her version, version
of discourse. The children refined their work with the teacher's versions to some extent. Instead of simply correcting the students' remaining errors, the teachers wrote on the group versions on the blackboard and guided an editing discussion while negotiating with the children, where they analyzed their own work and improved it together. Finally, they were asked to read out the written discourse and write it their notebooks.
Okay sir. Have you understood the scenario 1 sir? Okay. And after he gave the role play. Here 2 boys, so he gave role play also. So this is teacher 1. ఒక టీచర్ చేసిన విధానం scenario 1. Okay sir. Next we will discuss scenario 2. Who is going to read from this side? Who will come? Active participants. Active participant. You may get active participant award. Come forward. Don't waste your time and my time, our time.
Scenario 2 లో second teacher's approach is the teacher interacts with the students in informal way and shows the picture to the students and asks some questions from the picture. He or she wrote their responses on the blackboard. She showed the picture and asked some questions and wrote on the blackboard the students' response. Then he or she means the teacher asked the students to construct conversations working in groups. Then she dispatched in groups. After the children constructed the discourses, picture discourses, the teacher reviewed their responses and corrected them. Then finally, he or she presented his or her own version and asked them to copy it. Only teacher doing in this scenario.
Okay, thank you, man. This is scenario 2. Next scenario 3. Who are going to come? From this side or that side? Any side? Very good.
Yes, sir, will come and give scenario 1 to 3.
Teacher approach. The teacher entered the classroom and
The teacher entered the classroom. Here also.
asked the students
Asked the
to
student-
open their books and look at the picture. Then he and she asked the students to construct a conversation between the two characters in the picture. Later, he or she presented his her own version and asked them to copy it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. One teacher entered the class, another teacher entered the class, 3 teachers entered the class. But what did they do? What do they do? The approaches are different. Okay, sir. So, which is the best approach? Among these 3 scenarios, what do you think? Which is the best? Which is scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3? Scenario 1 is the best. What are the important points are there in scenario 1? Tell me, ma'am. One more. After enter the class, he greeted friendly. He interacted friendly.
Posing questions.
He posing questions. What did he do? Why we are saying it is the best scenario, best approach? Right? Okay, he gave role plays. He accepted all the responses.
And wrote on the blackboard.
Whatever it may be, whatever you say, he accepted. Hey, it's not right, he doesn't say. Just he accepted, he wrote. Whether it is right or wrong, then after he discussed. He guided he facilitated and he guided who are struggling. Yes, he accepted. Then also he edited the mistakes, responses. Yes.
That's why everyone is a good teacher.
That is just scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3. And what is scenario 2, sir? What are the problems? Why it is not? Teacher centered. First one student centered. Second one teacher centered. Tell me, sir, what are the drawbacks in there in the second scenario? అంటే సెకండ్ సినారియో టీచర్ ఏం తప్పు చేసిండు అలా ఏమనిపిస్తుంది అలా లెక్చర్ మెథడ్ ఈ యూజ్ లెక్చర్ మెథడ్ ఓకే మరి వాట్ అబౌట్ థర్డ్ సినారియో థర్డ్ in third scenario what happened directly after enter the class, hello children, open the book, Directly asked questions and he completed the lesson and he gave some questions and answers. Okay, write it. And when we were studied same this scenario 3 only we studied. Our teachers taught in according to the third scenario. Yes, as a subject, Janardhan sir, before that also, we have to learn language, English as a language, but English as a subject. As a subject, just he opened the book and directly, this is a tree, like he is a boy, directly he started lesson. But he did not ask questions, who are there in the picture? Have you ever seen this type of picture? What are these? We should ask the students and we have to write responses, elicited responses, we have to write on the blackboard. But he did not do. Okay, sir. This is scenario 1, 2 and 3 we have observed. So, here in teaching learning process, the objective to make the teachers understand different teaching methods and their impact, reflect on their own teaching and find areas to improve, compare different approaches and their effects on students, take steps to improve their teaching and share ideas with others, learn the benefits of structured teaching. This is structured teaching is different. See sir, scenario 1 already we have discussed scenario 1, 2, 3. Presentation of different scenarios already we have discussed and what are the problems are there, reflection from the participants like you. Following questions. What did you observe in the first teaching approach? Already I asked you, wrote some important points and we have discussed. What is your opinion on this approach? Already this is also we have discussed. How did the second approach differ from the first? This is also we have discussed. What challenges did you observe in the third teaching approach? How does this method compare to the first and second scenario? So what aspects of first approach were beneficial? Yes, we are all agree. We agreed. First approach is the beneficial to the students. Based on all 3 scenarios, what do you think? Yes, this is the conversation, reflection on approaches, constructing a discourse. What is discourse, sir? Again, it is coming discourse. What is discourse? Single activity. Complete single activity. Come on. Discourse. What is discourse? Our book designed as a discourse-oriented pedagogy. What is discourse? Discourse-oriented pedagogy. What is discourse? DOP method. Are all books designed? Stories, poems, role plays, slogans, speeches. Madam said many points. Phrase sheet, discussion, conversation, charting, conversation, role plays, invitation cards, extension. Discourse is nothing but just which is helpful to improve our language skill, that is discourse. Language నేర్చుకోవడానికి ఏది అయినా డిస్కోర్సే సార్. డిస్కోర్స్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇప్పుడు మేడం ఇప్పుడు అందరం చెప్తే ఏదైనా కానీ అది లాంగ్వేజ్ నేర్చుకోవడానికి అదొక ఉపయోగపడాలి. లెటర్ రైటింగ్, మాట్లాడుకోవడం, ముచ్చట పెట్టుకోవడం, ఏదైనా షోయింగ్, ఆల్ ఆర్ రోల్ ప్లేస్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ come under discourse. Okay sir. Next, here this is a role play. Bisham. Who will read sir? Sinwas sir. Can you please read?
What have you got in your hands?
Sir, can you read? You are Bodhraj. He is a Bisham.
I got some seeds and
We have to give role play sir. Just
What will you do with them?
Sir, what will you do with them? Just as a role play? Wow, you have really changed. Bodhraj, yes.
We should not hurt.
We should not hurt. Yeah, very good.
You are right.
You are right.
Yes.
Okay, sir. In this way, this is a conversation while this is a role play, not a conversation. From our reflections, we conclude that discourse-oriented process ensures structured teaching, enhances student engagement, learning outcomes effectively in order to achieve FLN object. Picture book. Already we have discussed objectives. What are the encouraging discourse through visual objects, directly showing visuals, to engage students in a meaningful conversation by using pictures for dialogue, role play, and interaction. Interaction is very, very important. First of all, we should command over the language. If we have some language, just to speak with them while playing, while interval time, while eating, in the lunch time. Every time you should speak English. Then only we can just make our students good learners and good listening. We can improve the listening skill. Actually, in other languages like Tamil or any other languages, if it comes, there is a good feeling, but we can't concentrate on that movie. Because those are all words, vocabulary, everything is unfamiliar. తెలిసిన ముచ్చట్లతో అయితేనే మనం ఏమైనా వింటాం. కొత్త పదాలు ఉన్నాయనుకోండి ఎవ్వరమైనా బోరు. ఎవరికైనా ఇంట్రెస్ట్, ఇప్పుడు మ్యాథ్స్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేవడానికి లెక్కలు ఓపెన్ చేయగానే బాయ్ అసలు ఇది ఎందుకు వచ్చింది. ఇంగ్లీష్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్, ఆ ఇంగ్లీష్ పీరియడ్ వచ్చిందంటే ఆ ఇంగ్లీషు ఆ బుక్ చదువు నేర్చుకుందాం అంటే చాలు, ఇక అదొక బోరుగా ఫీల్ అవుతుంది. అది ఎవరికైనా కామన్. అందుకని అన్ఫెమిలియర్ ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి మనం మనకు ఫెమిలియర్గా ఉండాలంటే మనం ఇప్పుడు ముందు మాట్లాడినట్టు సందర్భానుసారంగా అది ఇది తెలుగులో యాక్షన్స్ ఏదో ఒకటి అది ఎన్నడో ఇన్నట్టు వినేటట్టుగా మనం చేయాలి సార్. నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్స్ ఫర్ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్, టీచర్ ప్రిపరేషన్, కలెక్ట్ ఎ వెరైటీ ఆఫ్ పిక్చర్స్ రిలేటెడ్ టు రియల్ లైఫ్ సినారియోస్. మన జీవితానికి సంబంధించిన వాటిని ఎక్కువగా మనం డిస్కషన్ చేయాలి, మాట్లాడాలి. దట్ ఎంకరేజ్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్ డిస్కషన్స్, అరేంజ్ దెమ్ ఇన్ పిక్చర్ బుక్ format for student to explore. Next, this is a picture 1, this is picture 2. While showing picture also we can discuss who is he, maybe one boy, what is he doing, he is saying bye. Oh, what is this, one animal tied with chain, it is barking. Have you ever seen the animal? Yes, dog, it is a pet animal. How many have you seen any animals? What are the animals are there in your village, in your, like this? We can just continue the conversation. After enter the conversation, we don't skip it. These are also some pictures. Group work or role plays are very, very important. But here, first of all, the student should have some knowledge, some sentences, the framing sentences. If he knows some, if he has some language, so he try to say some sentences, little bit small role plays, small dialogues he can say. Dog is anakuna dog going, sir. I am playing, I crying, he crying. అట్లాంటి చిన్న చిన్న రోల్ ప్లేలో మనం ఫస్ట్ చిన్నగానే ఎంకరేజ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే సార్, దిస్ ఈజ్ ద ఫస్ట్ సెషన్.